All right, so I'm from Detroit, east side of Detroit. Born and raised. We moved around a lot, me and my family. More about me. I started cooking at 17. Fell in love with it instantly. Became my identity, became my thing. Got into some trouble when I was younger that landed me in a bad spot. And on my rise, my ascension, my comeback, everybody was like, yo, bro, you was like this cook, this chef, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna open up a restaurant, catering? I wanted to, but then I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Too many people doing it. It's a congested market. I'm like, it ain't really no room for growth in that area. It is, I'm not saying it's not, but for me, I just want to do something high volume and something that's real impactful, something different, And that's how I got into dog food. So, in the first question, I talked about a congested market. So, I went to prison, right? I went to prison, did 6 years, and I started reading economics, politics, and so forth. But the economic piece, I found out a lot about markets. And so I found out about, the market that I was in and just how it's congested. And so from there, like I said, I still wanted to pursue something in the culinary arts, but I wanted to be high impactful, right? And so I got into dog food. And I didn't just get into dog food just for the sake of getting into dog food. I got into dog food so I can still cook, but also help people around me, local community gardens and whatnot, and just give back to my city. So a lot of my dog food, a lot of the produce from my dog food is sourced from local community gardens. We have partnerships in which we use their produce, so it don't go to waste. And I'm staying just rooted in Detroit. So what sets me apart is the integrity aspect of my business, right? I use no preservatives, I use no additives, I don't use fillers. Everything that's in my dog food, everything that's on the label, you see it, right? Once you pour it in a bowl, you see it. Dogs love it. Gut health, right? I focus on gut health. So I had AI assist me, right? With my business in some aspects. I use my culinary background paired with AI to help me compile recipes that will specifically fight pet gut health issues, right? That's a rise. And so I fight against canine colon cancer, constipation. So the challenge that I face, right, I'm gonna say two of them. The challenges that I face is being black, right? And coming from my background, right? Being in prison. When people usually see me, they see this black guy, tattoos, locks, and they like, what, this guy, he's not who I normally buy dog food from. So sometimes people, they become apprehensive, and just being, like I said, being black, being in prison. But that's really not a challenge. I really thought it was just a challenge, but it's not a challenge. People are so open. People so open to ingenuity and things that move people forward. So it was a challenge, but it really was just in the mind. And once I was able to conquer my mind, it was like doors opened up. I got into Premier Pet Supply, about to be in Parkside. I had customers. So it really was a challenge. It was just me overcoming myself and putting myself out there. Just the massiveness, right? The massiveness of the Great Dane. Sometimes it scare people. They scared that they'll get bit or whatever have you, right? These preconceived notions, and that's what comes with me, being black, being in prison. People apprehensive, scared, don't know, but I embody those qualities of love, right? Because it's love for my city, Detroit, giving back. My sons, loyalty. I'm loyal to this. You know what I'm saying? No matter who my competition is, I'm here, right? I already put my mind to it, right? My sons is who I'm doing it for, so I can't give up. And so, yeah, that's how I see myself, being embodied, love and loyalty. I'm here, love it, and I'm loyal to it.
Do you see any of those qualities in your work and how you even like the care that you provide, especially when making these things, and how intentional you are with ingredients? Like, do you see that as well?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Just even in the way I deliver, right? I deliver to my customers. Like, no matter where they at, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to my customers. I try to figure out, what's going on. I got this one customer. She lives downtown. She's a lawyer and whatnot, and her dog is allergic to almost everything. Almost everything. And like we've been working on a recipe. We worked on like 5 recipes, but it's like, yeah, you're going to be my customer. I'm going to find a way to win you over. And so, yeah.
I love that.
Who motivates me? My sons. My sons motivate me because they young black boys that I used to be, growing up in this crazy city. And so my sons, they inspire me every day, because at the end of the day, this is what I'm passing off to. I'm not creating just a business that's going to die with me. I'm creating a business that's going to live on through my sons, my grandchildren. And so it's a generational aspect in it. And so my sons, every day I wake up, no matter how my sons feel towards me or what day it may be, at the end of the day, it's for them. And that never changed at all. Redemption, right? Redeeming oneself, overcoming hurdles, obstacles, and just, despite, where you at, you can always start over. You can always just redeem yourself. You can always reclaim your essence. Resilience, pushing through, perseverance, and overcoming. At the end of the day, for real, that's at the heart of my company. That's how I started, and it's gonna be a continual thing. Because at the end of the day, no matter how successful I get, people still gonna look at me a certain way. People gonna still hold those preconceived notions, but at the end of the day, every day, I'm gonna have to fight through it and really not care. To be an example, I just want to be an example to young black boys, young black girls as well, right? Because when I was growing up, I didn't have those examples. It wasn't a doctor living next door to me. It wasn't a dentist living next door to me. There really wasn't too many spots I can go. And so I want to use my influence to like be that reinforcing visual, if you will, right? I want people to see me, not see me in the burbs, not see me over there, but actually see me in the city, giving back, talking to the youth, building with the elders, and just really being rooted in my community and showing people that you ain't gotta run away. You can stay where you at and still be that positive person or that successful person. Stay where you at. Not stay where you at mentally, but stay where you at physically, man. Because those people, they need to see it. Where you used to be, a lot of people is. And if you can tell your story and get people to see you overcoming, that might be the spark, the light they flame to start over and do better. So, yeah. That you may fail, right? And you're not gonna fail just horribly, but you gonna make mistakes. You gotta learn, and actually pay attention to why you failing, learn lessons, because that failure is really just the beginning of success. And so you gotta get there to get to where you want to be. You gotta study, you gotta learn, you gotta figure it out. But just keep going, and eventually it's gonna happen. Failure is not the end; it's the beginning of success. To fail is to mean that you tried, that you embarked on a journey, and that it's gonna be hurdles, it's gonna be lessons, it's a road. There's so many things on the road, but at the end of the day, it's a road to somewhere. And so keep going. Grow in the avenues that I'm already in. Grow in Premier Pet Supply. Take over Barkside.
Work with Pape.
Yeah. And so I told my therapist this Tuesday. I plan on retiring next year, right? I still work a full-time job. So I plan on retiring as a chef and really just being in my business next year, July. So y'all hold me to that. yeah, I plan on retiring, just having passive income in my business and segue into a nonprofit for inner city youth.
Yay. Well, we thank you so much for joining us. This is a great interview. Y'all check him out. The best dog food in the city of Detroit is from scratch. No preservatives, no fillers. Y'all know they messing with our food. And if they messing with ours, they definitely messing with our fur baby. So check him out. You'll see all his information at the end of this video. But we'll see you guys in our next issue. Bye.